Hello, I'm John Book. I like rugby league. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, why do you hear my voice? Why am I commentating my own game? The answer to that question and many more is found right next to me in this commentary booth, joined by my good friend, the one, the only, Snicko Balbrough.
That's a dead name, sorry. I'm Sticko Bro.
Oh, apologies.
And I'm ready to rock and roll. You're right, it's going to be an interesting clash, but I'm very excited to see how this one works out. It's been a while for me to be in the commentary box, and I thought, what better way to bring it back than tonight?
Yeah, no, 100%. And look, it's not often you get two captains commentating their own game, let alone two captains watching their game at the same time, so it should be interesting. But look, that and much more to come in this game, I'm sure. I believe that's Shaq Daddy running out, Snicko?
Shaq Father.
Shaq Father, Shaq Papa.
Shaq Father, who art on the field, hallowed be thy name. Thy big to be done in the sheds as they are on the field.
And okay, we'll look to kick us off, and he's subsumed the kicking duties from me. Part of his contract, I think. I only read the fine print last week. As he goes to start us off, wearing the 3 jersey. Interesting.
Yeah, jerseys are interesting, as is this camera angle as Drew Matthews goes for a bit of a gallop downfield. Yeah, Drew Matthews plays the ball into the halves. There's been a few roster changes for the Roosters here tonight. Connor Post starts on the right edge, as does James Hogan. He's about to touch the ball there. He gets his first start, I believe, in his SRL career, so that's pretty exciting for the young man. Now, any team list changes for you, Mr. Mayava? No? Okay. Gooch then plays the ball on about the 50-metre line. Not about set from us to start him. You're like, murder!
Murder on the dance floor as the song goes. Sorry, Snicko had some mic difficulties, but no changes in the team that beat the Tigers last week. Lonnie Lawrence will still lead the bench unit going into this week's fixture, and we'll be looking to see some impact from him. And I believe, is it Kai Madden off the bench for us?
Oh, I hope you know.
Yeah, I was going to say I put the list in. As we get some free-flowing footy to start, it's been you'd have to say dire week of attack in the SRL. I've seen, honestly, I think just about every sort of low-scoring scoreline there can be. We had a 10-0 last week. That was 0-0 going into the 72nd minute. And we had a 6-4 as well. So hopefully we get some points today, Snicko, as we will start with a pretty good attacking set. Hemi Lopez, he puts it up. It's a high one. He hoists it, but it's too deep.
Never in doubt.
And Chapman diffuses well.
Yeah, so we'll be looking to complete here. It was Drew Matthews who just got absolutely clobbered off the ball only moments ago, but nice defensive resolve there from the Roosters. And yeah, I think just a few changes. Dolan's into that 7 jersey, Drew Matthews into the 6, try and fix up our kicking a little bit. For those, keen observers, they might notice that we haven't won games in about a month. So hopefully we'll change that one here tonight. As my cousin just gets monstered there. And I think, I'll ask you, John Boy, where do you see our points coming from here tonight?
Well, hopefully you. Well, hopefully not you, I should say, as pirouette from Gooch steps 2 Sharks. But hopefully, or not hopefully, but your outside backs are pretty good. But off the back of Dolan's boot, I think is where the Sharks or where the Roosters will get most of their purchase, I think, with field position. Oh, no.
Bang! Finally, a referee that knows what he's doing. Little 6 again there for the Roosters. Pepe Lopez fighting well, and looks like, the referee might be trying to open up this game a little bit as Hogan gets out of half and doesn't really go anywhere, but only 30 metres out now, the Roosters, and Craven Gooch doubles up again, hits the big 360. He's brought down about 22 out from the line, just working into the head here. They got shape out to the right. He goes to Snicko Bro. He goes through one. I think that's Nate McQuarrie gets him, though. Had to be a good tackle to get him. 4th tackle. As long as they make some metres here, they'll be able to put an attacking kick up. Pepe Lopez with a nice settler. That's 12 out from the line now. See Drew Matthews running to the right, to the ruck. And he puts up a bomb. Not a great one. We'll see what we can do with it. It's Luke Brev on the chase, and Riley Senor comes down with it. So, look, not the worst end of the set. I'm just glad we got a kick away that didn't end up in the backslide of one of our own players.
Oh, don't get me started on those. I think a lot of teams have struggled, but in particular, it feels like every time I watch us play, we manage to find our own backs, just like a heat-seeking missile almost. But Matthew Harris, that man, he's been dynamite all season for the Sharks. He's been one of our best backs, you'd have to say. We'll be sharing the duties today.
Yeah, how come you switch him out of the fullback if he's your best back?
Because I'm a pretty handy back, and we also get tired pretty quickly, unfortunately. Conditioning at the Shire is not optimal at the moment. We're still working on that part. Well, actually, we're still working on winning games too. Hopefully more of that to come today, though. as Mayava now. He'll pen it down into the corner as Juju Mayava. And double step with Chapman will start the Roosters on the 28.
Yeah, and look, probably our best start to the game in about a month. We haven't conceded across these first 8 minutes. Shaq Daddy with a nice little run there. Looks like we're just settling in to go end to end here, which is probably what we need to do. As now Drew Matthews, he goes inside to Igor Markazi, and he pushes forward here. Little man Igor, but big nuts on him. And he's showing them there, taking on two much bigger men. They got shape out to the right here. Dolan now, he goes to Connor Post in his first start. That's his first touch in there. Sorry, not his first touch. He played last week, but his first touch as a starter. Now joins another man that's starting, gets a nice offload away to Shaq Daddy. The two props there linking up nicely. Good meterage from the Roosters, but they're going to have to defend this kick well. Like John Boy mentioned, some pretty handy fullbacks. Drew Matthews downfield. That's 2 from 2. We take that. It goes down to John Boy Ma'ava. What can he do with it? Straight past 1, but not past 2. And yeah, it looks like it could be end to end for a little bit, John Boy.
Yeah, it could be. And look, as long as he sees some free flowing footy, I'm not too fussed. As Whittaker sidesteps, and he's also faced himself with a move to the centres, a temporary one. He'll be back in the second row in the second half. We've found that we've gotten the best purchase out of both our centres and our just both our edges, both pairs of edges, from just rotating them regularly. So look to see him slot into that 11 jumper come in the second half as Macquarie takes a 40. No way. Oh, you beauty. Nat Macquarie's just dialed up an absolute bomb to send the Sharks into the 12B line, and hopefully we see some points soon.
Yeah, not just a 40-20. That was a 40-12 essentially.
Yeah, she's absolutely immense. You'd hope she's knocking down the door of New South Wales Cup. New South Wales selection, I should say, not New South Wales Cup. Hallier has some very, very tough decisions to make in the coming season. So interested to see where he goes and who he picks for his team. As Vuvulengawa, he munches onto the ball. But unfortunately, he's met by 2 strong Roosters defenders. The referee's checking it. I don't think he needed to, because that is no try every day of the week.
Big man needs to go on the treadmill. The referee, to be exact.
Trying to show me Vuvulengawa like that's crazy.
No, the referee.
The man we call Big M. And they look to go right here. It's a good shape from the Sharks. So if lacked just a little bit of red zone resilience, I think.
Jesus.
And the man who has also struggled, along with Lonnie Lawrence, gets his first try, and it is a well worked on Igor Markazi. The goes a little bit too high, you'd have to say. He gets back down. He is giving up a few inches, Igor, up high, and it is probably not the start you'd have wanted, Snicker.
No, surprisingly, I was not after a 40-20 into a barge over try. That wasn't on my wish list for today's game.
I've never seen Nat take a 40-20 kick ever. So first time's a charm, I guess. Beginner's luck.
If the past 2 weeks are anything to go by, a lot of your players are going to do things they don't normally do.
And maybe later in the game we'll have a conversation about rep selections, Nico, because I assume I haven't watched too many of the Roosters games, but you have some boys probably knocking on the door of Queensland or New South Wales eligibility, or even Kiwi selection.
Yeah, individually we got some very good players. As a team, sometimes we struggle to put it together. But yeah, no, I think there'd be a few. As Snicker Rowe goes downtown, he's got a big rump on him, and that's a pretty good kick. He's used his full power there to try score.
But yeah, no, I'd probably have you somewhere in the mix for New South Wales. I'd have to go through eligibility at halftime to see who else I'd be having. But as Macquarie steams onto the wide, she gets an offload off Nat. She's bad out of hell so far this game. I think she's squaring up for another carry. No, she runs an inside line now up to Lockie Sinclair. And is that Nat back in the pocket for another 40-20 attempt? Surely not. No, it won't be, and we'll just go through the hands. Really nice and simple. Jimmy Lopez, he's up to the halfway line. Roosters, they navigate that set defensively actually pretty expertly, the Roosters, after conceding points. It'd be Stinger King now taking the kick, and the Sharks really shearing the kicking load around is Buckley now. He looks to dance, does Ross Buckley. And he's brought down by a determined tackle there by Stinger King, I believe, the kicker.
Yeah, now Dolan goes for a bit of a run. Yeah, the Roosters, the tail of the tape so far this season, we can defend all right, keep teams in their own half. It's just this part of the game that we're not so good at, making the meters ourselves. And then more often than not, we finish it off with a kick that goes all the 3 meters. So if we can just complete some sets, we'll be happy. It's now Luke Brev, straight past 1, runs straight into Matty Harris. An inspired move into the centres, perhaps, with how that one how he went through there is now Connor Post goes for a bit of a run, backing up his edge partner. They edge well together. Post and Brev as he now plays the ball to Hogan. And I think it's going to be Justin Dolan to kick in. I'll tell you what, hasn't his kicking game improved since he's moved into the 7? And that's probably another player. Now Mayava goes downfield and Sticko Bro's going to take him out. That's how we do it at the Roosters. Great defensive resolve. John Boy Mayava being maneuvered like a sheep with a cattle dog behind him over the touchline.
Oh, that was such a good break too. Oh, that's phenomenal defense, but utterly atrocious positioning there. This John Boy bum, bro. Get him off my screen. Oh,
hip drop him.
That's hard to watch.
Yes, now we're going to start on the 40-meter line. Potentially a set for some attack. Maybe return surfy. Snicko, bro, seems like he wants to play today. He heard you talking about that rep selection. He wants to stand up. As now they go left down to Lopez. He's been a stalwart. I'll be shocked if he doesn't get a New Zealand jersey, actually, either in the 11 or in the centres. He'd be well both. As now Sticko, bro, goes again. Just making players miss tackles. Very well done here. Hogan now to the right. Goes to Hugo Marcazi. He plays a ball out to Dolan. There's a few players getting in the way there, but a few missed connections on that edge. There's a few players out there that aren't used to being there, but they're shaping up well now. Post now. He's going to go for a drive. And he'll be brought down about 5 out from the line. Kicking duties here. Dolan runs around to the left. What can he do with it? Give me something. Oh, he passes out to Drew Matthews, who's going to try and barge over here. Matthews is over the line. The Roosters are back, baby. Cockle-doodle-doo. That'll be 6-all. Penting a goal kick.
Is that... I'll get a name on that jumper. It might be Will Kay's missed the tackle there. Actually, no, he's wearing a different jumper. I think it's Juju Mayava who's come up just short on defense, and it's just...
How about those boots, eh? Maybe I should goal kick more often.
Those are fluorescent. Those are nice looking. Where'd you pick up those from?
Adidas, perhaps?
I wanted to say Adidas, but
I think Asics is... Snicko, bro, looks to slot this one over, and maybe I should have goal kicked all season with how that one went over. 1 from 1 here tonight. Yeah, I thought the pass from Dolan, I thought the kick was the play, but the man in the 7's doing all the jobs. Look at those boots. Yuck, Storm colours.
We'll have to work on fixing that in the off-season as well. Okay, looks to kick us off again. And action-packed for SRL standards this opening half, 6-all. The Sharks now look to return serve.
I wonder if old Roscoe put the call down, found out that SRL has been a bit boring the last couple of weeks and decided to liven things up. There were a few patches during the week, you never know how those ones are going to end up in terms of gameplay. And looks like this one might have actually been all right. It's now Pepe Lopez gets another meet up. He's just a meter eater. Matthews now plays the pass out to Jackson Chapman. He's going to go down the sideline. Please turn infield. And he does. Nice little line break there. So the Roosters, they're kicking into gear here. Maybe they decide they want to play as Matthews goes right to the line and ball plays out to Pepe Lopez. Yeah, Matthews, funny player in the halves. He's really good at hookup, but we've changed things up, obviously. And he's doing all right now. Sticko, bro, beats one, but that was all too easy for the Sharks. A lot of downtime in that play. And now I think it's going to be Dolan. He's run to the right of the ruck here. And that's where they go. Another great kick from him, but he's going to have to get in his bike to get over and defend that. He's kicked to exactly where the hole is. Riley Senor beats one, but a good tackle there. Yeah, I think you're speaking on rep selection. I'd have to have a look at who New South Wales eligible halves are, but I'd be shocked if Dolan doesn't find himself in the squad at least.
Well, he's been phenomenal, and I think Dion Coleman would probably be another one you'd have from the Bunnies, who'd be pretty good in the halves. But I don't think it's been a rough season if you've been playing in the 6-7 role. Hookers have had fine time, but the kicking from some of the sixes this season has been
diabolical.
Yeah, terrible, awful. Poor Pretzel, I think, has copped the worst of it. But yeah, there's been a few janked kicks as a bit of a nothing set leads to the Roosters regaining the ball on, I think you'd probably say the 21, give or take.
Yeah, it's Nico, bro. Another bit of footwork there. So he's got his dancing shoes on tonight, but unfortunately, good kick defense from the Sharks. So he's got there in numbers, and now it's up to the Roosters once again working their way out of trouble. Dolan plays a short ball out to Connor Post, and he's getting through some work early. He's decided he wants to hold on to this starting role. Brought down about 40 out from the line. They go left here. Pepe Lopez, he's well in field. I think that might be because the props have just run off and are subbing on potentially. I'm not really sure. There they are. Do they go? Yeah, I don't see Shaq Daddy on the field, so they're gone. Now it's going to be Dolan once again. Another great kick from him. So it looks like, they've figured it out. Put him in the 7 and watch him run. And Jobbo Maava goes past one. Is he going to go out again? Who's that off the bench?
I don't know, but he made one hell of a covering tackle. It was the Sharks now.
I was taking you out again.
Sharks
It was
looking like-
Schrodinger, I believe. So he didn't run on. Is that my player in the sheds running up and down? He's just
what?
disappeared.
Surely not. There's another carry. I've been busy today.
Where is Trey Askew? I don't see Trey Askew on the field.
Oh, geez, some flat-footed player. He only sees us gain about 10 meters and 3 tackles. It's a bit rough.
Yeah, there he is. There he is. He's in the sheds. Look.
What's he doing in the
Top of the
sheds?
screen. Oh, he's not on the field. We'll have to wait and see if he runs on a change of possession.
Snicko maybe taking 10 minutes off just to himself as the Roosters let it bounce. Maybe expertly let it bounce. Oh.
Hopefully that'll reset here. Yeah, we got 4 on the bench. I think Askew's on the field now. Very strange. Yeah, that's him just to the right of the ruck, little man. Anyway, Pepe Lopez now gets a short ball. That was very strange. I'm not sure if you caught it, John Boy, but he was literally running up and down through the walls of the sheds rather than coming on the field. Now Matthews shows a shotgun ball. Sticko, bro, cops it as a result. He just went way too deep into the line there, and the Sharks on the attack again. Luckily, the Roosters have 13 on the field, but they're going to be hard pressed to keep the Sharks out here.
I think Snicko was just saving up for this defensive set as Riley Senior up to the 12. The Sharks look to be just a little bit more enterprising than they were before. Oh,
Give me an error.
It'd be like the Roosters are unfortunate not to have that called as near as the Sharks now on the attack, and it's one out rugby, but it's brutal and it's efficient. But Lonnie Lawrence is held up, and he's actually had a career renaissance this season after having his minutes reduced to about 20 per game. He's just not quite figured it out this season, Lonnie. I'm not sure what's happened, but it's just been a tough old season for the proud Tongan. I'm sure he'll get there, but he recently scored a try, and he's just looking to turn that full around. So it'll be the 4th tackle on this reset. And I wouldn't be opposed to just another crash over attempt. Unfortunately, Juju Maiava, he's dragged back. And a strong 2-man tackle. We've got space for a kick here. Jimmy Lopez, he's calling for the ball. What's he going to do? Oh, it's a fantastic grub, but it's a bit deep, unfortunately.
Offload Ross.
We will get a repeat set off the kick, and it's a surprisingly competent halves play. I'm not used to seeing that.
Yeah, not bad from the Sharks there. Of course, as you mentioned, they threw a forward pass and just didn't get called. But, 2 of them now. There's Lonnie Lawrence. Oh, goes straight over. I think that's Igor. Oh, no, it is Igor, the green-haired menace. Forgotten how to tackle for a moment there. And now Will Kay wants to get out of half. Useless run.
He gains about 8 meters, though. It's not too bad in the end for Will Kay. He's loved to snipe so far, has the young hooker. From the Panthers. I've been told that his departure from Panthers was amicable and well met by all parties. As Kai Madden now. Off the bench, he gets up with the 8. He's come from the Broncos, replacing Eddie Oliver. And a move that was maybe left a few scratching their heads. Oh, Bobby Wimman finds another one. He comes another. That's 2.
Oh, come on. What are these barge over tries?
I was told by Ross that the barge over tries were a thing of the past, but we've seen 3 so far this game. Bobby Wimman leaves someone flat on his back. I can't quite get a number on that. But he backs down Snicko.
I think that was also a fend from a prop. Or is he in your 12? Where's Bobby Wimman playing?
He's a second rower.
And he's put the fend on.
Oh, you love to see it. You love to see a dynamic game.
I told you, things would happen in this game that don't usually happen. That's how Roosters games go.
And I think that is genuinely the first time I've seen a fend for a second rower, and Bobby Wimman.
He has his shoulders on Will Kay.
I know, I wish he'd used them.
He has his shoulders on Sicko, bro.
I think you dislocated them? Oh no, they're back to normal.
Yeah. Small optical illusion.
And you know what? I've genuinely, score aside, I've genuinely enjoyed watching this game. It's been actually a genuinely pleasant game of rugby league to watch.
I'm going to shoot myself.
As Matthew Harris now, you don't see a fullback making a run from dummy, but he steps from the receiver. You don't see that too often either. And it's a game of firsts so far, it would seem. Lockie Sinclair, he's up to 30. And Will Kay, some good service for Hooker. He'll be playing the 80 minutes with Will, so we'll need him to step up to full time. Kai Madden plays him. He's been industrious so far. Will Kay another head up, and he gets another 10 meters. It's a good set from the Sharks so far. They're about to breach the Roosters 50, and that's what they do. Matthew Harris, he scoots from dummy, deputizes, and it'll now come to, I think, Juju Maiava. It is to kick the ball and pin the Sharks down, hopefully, within their 20 with a good kick return.
Any danger of a Snicko bro kick return? Seriously. Put the ball down my throat. Oh,
Oh,
murder!
oh, no. Oh, is
Poor Craven Gooch has just been absolutely slammed, hit the sidestep, and got big hit it as well. And now Jimmy Lopez, another error from the Roosters, could lead to yet more points from the Sharks. It's been the story of the night so far, and one that's been quite displeasing to watch if you're anyone but a Cronulla Shire resident.
And I genuinely don't think the Roosters have looked bad, apart from a couple errors that have just absolutely pinned them down their own end and resulted in tries. They look good with ball in hand. It's just oh no, they might be in danger of another budget over try here, and they are, because Lockie Sinclair has just made it a 2-try lead with a conversion to cut.
Yeah, the big hit, instrumental in the end, and yeah, 4 barge over tries in the game. So something's happened.
It's the strong man, Lockie Sinclair. He's just recently completed some of his speed training, so we're happy to see him in the second row. It was a long process, but we got there, and he just absolutely steamrolls his way through. Any danger of just a clean try?
Any danger of Roosters attacking?
As Will K looks to make an 18-6, and the Roosters Sharks have started well for the first time, it feels like, in a while. If you didn't watch that, the Cowboys game from a couple of weeks ago, we barely touched the ball for a half, and then had all the work to do in the last 40 and just couldn't quite do it. So Will K, he starts his kicking career 3 from 3, 3 Mickey Mouse attempts, admittedly, but 3 attempts nonetheless. And the Roosters, they have a hole to dig themselves out of with 47 minutes left in this game, but 7 minutes before half-time, you're probably looking for a try to at least cut the deficit going into half-time. Force an error maybe off this kickoff.
So it was that kickoff, and then we dropped it second tackle into a try, hey? That kickoff set was quite good. We defended quite well. Good kick return, unfortunately, after that, though, the big hit. Got us done. Oh, now Werman goes again, so... Yeah, second rowers are getting things done here tonight, that's for sure. I'd love to see some of my own get invested, but I guess perhaps not yet. Lonnie Lawrence takes the ball now. I think that one thing to note, John Boy, is that I actually hate this. This entire game has been horrific.
It's been... It genuinely is one of those games where as we kick a set up for 40-20 return, but it just doesn't feel like the Roosters have been bad. They're just 3 bad moments, I think, have defined a game. That looks like it's online for 40-20, so maybe they might force an error. As the winger, Ross Buckley, he turns around. He's going to push towards the sideline. He's going to push himself out of touch, and he's dragged out by Riley Senior on that left-hand touch line. When it rains,
this is a bit of a tail of tape for the Roosters. We often finish games with like 35 and 40% possession. This is exactly why. Great set, keep the Sharks pinned, run over the sideline.
And it's Riley Senior who's done defensive work. He's replaced Ben Cummins on that wing. A change made 3 weeks ago. As Lonnie Lawrence decides he wants to throw Juju Maiava the absolute biggest hospital pass you could ever hospital pass. And they'll go right now. They're swinging the ball right. It's off to John Boy. John Boy steps 1. Hits 2. He'll push over close, but he won't quite score. And the Sharks, they smell blood and water. He smells another try. Unfortunately, he's trying to put on his back. He doesn't quite run over the Roosters this time. But these high-strength second rowers for the Sharks seem to be doing a little bit of damage. Understandably, it's a no-try. The referee checking a sports bet account, or whatever the Australian equivalent is.
Sports bet?
I know, sports bet. No, it's our equivalent. That's not sports bet. Jesus Christ. The Sharks now. Lonnie Lawrence, he looks to back down a couple of Roosters, but they get to the tackle, and they're starting to just double-team the Sharks, and that's probably what you'd want to be doing, ideally. Flat ball. Off to Juju. Juju has his 3rd try in 3 weeks, and it is a rampage at the moment.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Roosters, it was 6-4, and we've had 2 tackles with the ball, and it's now 24-6.
It is all too easy for Juju, who scores his 3rd try in 3 weeks. It's been a revelation since joining the Sharks, replacing the man who cannot be named.
John McCartney.
I think he's gone off to Rugby League 720. Rugby 720, I should say. And Will K will look to convert yet another try for the Sharks, being prolific after a season of dire red zone attack from the Sharks. It's finally good to see us putting something together. And Will K does the extras, and he runs off like Sonic. And the Roosters, they now certainly have it all to do with the second half rapidly approaching.
Yeah, not fast enough.
Second half. They'll look to force. Oh, look, I'll say it every time until it happens, but they want to force an error here and at least come down to the half 24 to 12. Because they started to get into record comeback territory, if I'm not mistaken.
I think there's still time for a Sharks kick, Roosters error, Sharks try.
And also, to be fair, momentum turns way quicker in this game than it did in League Live 4. You're able to score quicker, I think, with errors and strips and whatnot. So theoretically, it's not impossible.
Yeah, I think the big issue that I've seen so far this season is when a team gets a roll in the first half, teams they get to get the fitness to be able to stick with it, and they often end up in blowouts rather than in the big comebacks, which is ominous for this Roosters team.
But they managed to put together quite a good defensive set, and they'll force the Sharks to kick in from their 30. And a good kick return here from Chapman. They probably would want to give that to Snicker, if I'm being honest, but Chapman defuses, gets up over the 45, and with a minute 43 left, Snicker, they'll start probably their final attacking set of the half.
Yeah, we'll probably drop it soon, so... There's now Post. He's going to play the ball. Drew Matthews plays a short ball out to Craven Gooch. He's been not too bad. As an attacking team, we haven't performed too poorly. It's just been, a couple of errors in key moments. As Shaq Daddy back on the field, goes out to Dolan, out to Connor Post. He was brought down about 32 out to the line. Love a little line break here to get us in attacking territory. They go to Dolan. He goes to Shaq Daddy, and he's just monstered there. Unfortunately, can't get one. So fifth tackle, about 23 out from the line. James Hogan gets to half. The bomb goes up from Justin Dolan. It's a bit shallow. 10 seconds left in this one. Whitaker comes down with it and thankfully tackled. And that'll just about beat it unless something crazy happens here.
Oh, hey, the Sharks look to get something going, but that will do us for the second until the second half at least.
Get off the field, you mong.
Hello, NRL Hotel. How can I help?
Yeah, g'day. I'd like to organise an early checkout, please.
How does the 60-minute mark of the grand final sound?
Perfect.
But I booked a final spot in round 10.
Sir, it looks like that was cancelled in round 13. So if you could just move aside, though, we've got some genuine top 8 teams about to check in. There you go.
What?
All the best.
Really?
Penthouse.
Oh, you have got to be joking. Going up the was?
Nah, down.
Yo!
So we've had some complaints. Is there any chance you can wrap this party up soon?
Yeah, sure. Just give us another couple of seasons, all right?
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Is that all you're going to do to stop them?
Better than you managed.
Yes, rooms. Yeah, send up another 5 utility players, please.
Right away, sir. And shall I send up some more Panthers?
Oh, sounds delish.
Any baggage, sir?
Yeah, heaps. Try 38 years worth.
Jeez Louise.
Can I help you?
Yeah, actually, got any wins against top 8 teams in here somewhere?
No, just have towels.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
I'm just waiting for Kiss Cam to come on. On me. It's not happening. Do you like it? Do you like it? The environment here, do you like the footy? Yes, we're on. Yeah, we're live.
You're not you when you're hungry.
This is an amazing
Snickos.
reception that we've received.
We're back with our second half, and if you missed the first, it's been one-way traffic as the Sharks have stretched out to an early 24-6 lead. And while the scoreline would suggest dominance, and the stats do certainly paint that picture, it has been a story of the Roosters really just shooting themselves in the foot repeatedly, 3 times to be exact, as the halftime stats say, and leading the Sharks, just mount points early through their second rowers who have been absolutely bruising, and we will be looking to see a repeat in the second half, hopefully, as we'll have a start here. But let's talk about the stats real quick. The Sharks lead 60% possession, about 67 to about 34, give or take. I was never good at math in high school, so don't quote me on that.
62-38, I believe.
62-38 split. There was about 120 tackles by the Roosters compared to the Sharks' 69. Nice. And if there was a territory stat, it probably wouldn't read too friendly for the Roosters fans at the moment. Snecko, you watched that first half with me.
Sadly, yes.
What was your takeaway other than too many errors?
I think that, it was pretty clear. we defended all right, and then we would drop the ball and give you a free set on our line. It was 6-4 we got back to, and then we didn't touch the ball for 15 minutes and watched you running 3 tries. So not pretty watching if you're a Roosters fan. It's almost been a tail of the tape for us this season. Unfortunately, we do like to make errors when we really shouldn't be. Snicko, bro, I don't know what he was doing there. He was almost on the sideline anyway. And then sadly, unfortunately, our forwards they made too many tackles and haven't been able to get going. Running out of a bit of fitness is now Igor. He's going to not really go anywhere there. I just think that, unfortunately, in this game at least, they've been out-enthused and outgunned. But luckily, our kicking has not been too bad.
I was saying is that Dolan with the boot, other than maybe one limp bomb, has been pretty good. He's been like that all season, though. I'd say he's been one of the best kicking halves in the competition. He's had plenty of practice, sadly. But like, it's just like growing pains. It's a fresh competition, and these things are going to happen.
Actually, John Bay, you're at the Panthers in SRL 1.0. How did you deal with this? This is a new thing for me as a captain.
With being terrible, I brought in
losing.
I brought in better players. That was all I really could do. It was definitely not the most fun. I think getting pumped by the Rabbitohs to start my career was a personal lowlight. Especially when the Rabbitohs captain left halfway through that season. But I think finding small wins helped. It's a slow process, upgrades, and it really, really is not fun while you wait in the meantime for them to work.
Not wrong. As now Lopez goes to Shaq Daddy. He's probably been our best forward this season. And even he's been handled pretty comprehensively. Of course, Nate McCorry's been great. James Hogan should not be on the field, but some reason he is. I guess he just didn't want to come off. A sticker bro gets a line break. And offload to Shaq Daddy, who goes for a bit of a run. We'll just have to keep tabs on that one. Looks like James Hogan just ran off. Nope, he's still there. Joins now, gets a line break. So the Roosters have a bit of momentum. And apologies to you, man, who's meant to be playing in the hooker role right now. That is disgusting. That is actual filth. I'm going to shoot myself.
Oh, no.
Simulatedly, of course. I told you, things happen in these games you don't see anywhere else.
I don't think Fa'apala's made that many meters in a single run block all year. I genuinely think that's the longest he's ever ran, like, consecutively in the SRL. And the Roosters, I think that if one play could encapsulate a performance so far this game, it'd be red hot on attack, making one of the most unique errors I think I've seen in the SRL so far this season. And Mullingar will get us both 26 now. Well, we will have to keep track on the Roosters subs. I'm not quite sure what's going on with Hogan.
Hogan's Heroes Society wants to stay on the field. Now Chapman goes for a bit of a run.
Oh, try! Jimmy Lopez, like a thief in the night, steals 4 points, and the Sharks they take off.
Come on! Come on! What are we going to do here?
It's a clean strip. It's clean as day.
The time's been awarded. This is just try lights now.
And Will Kay will look to convert from the sideline, and I think that's the first strip try we had of the season.
Does that ring a bell, John Boy? We defended all right, and then off the kick return, something goes amiss, straight into a try.
Yeah, I'm stunned at the moment. It's the most dynamic we've looked all season as well. Yeah, and it's been tough. Will Kay slotting the extras, and the Roosters. The mountain has just gone 6 points higher. And Snecko will look to, in a familiar sight, start us off again.
I've only got little legs. I can't kick the ball this much. It's bad for me.
You kick the ball pretty far, though, for little legs. Some real pressure there as John Boyd takes a head up, and he's been fine. Nothing exceptional, but he's been all right. Whittaker,
I wonder what it would be like to play in a team where I get to touch the ball.
Nat Macquarie up over the 22. The Sharks they've looked to take the attack's been a bit, even with the try, the attack's just been a little bit sloppy the second half. A lethargic. I think they've kind of packed it in after the lead that they accrued. They can't get too complacent.
What do you mean? You just kick it and we're going to run out.
A couple tries in a team wins ball game. There's Jai O'Neill now kicks for the first time, and we really are just sharing the wealth with the kicking. Ross Buckley now gets up to the 40, and the Roosters will start in fantastic field position.
Yeah, just the question. I guess the question is, how are we going to throw this one away? Hugh Mann, fresh on the field. Hogan has finally gone off, goes for a bit of a run there, and now Drew Matthews gets into the midfield. Pepe Lopez, he's probably been our best. Would you say, John Boy? He's been industrious.
He's been
down that
really
edge.
He's been positive yards every time he's carried the ball. He's probably outperformed Shaq Daddy and Igor. And even Shaq hasn't been that bad. I just don't think he's been had the ball. Neither, like, just I don't know. I think he's a meter eater who just hasn't had the chance to eat.
Yeah, I think you can't really blast our forwards too much, considering we had 40 more tackles in the first half, and we've already made 2 sets extra in the second half. As now Riley Senor goes for a bit of a run. And so Ben Cummins, where does he come onto the field? Not on the wing, I'm guessing.
He's gone into the centres, I think. He should have gone into the centres.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Because he was starting this season,
He was
is that right?
starting early this season, but unfortunately for Ben, it just hadn't worked out. He just couldn't get any separation on the wing, and I pulled the trigger a couple of weeks ago and replaced him with Riley Senor, who's been fantastic ever since stepping into the jersey. We've got some things to work on. Oh, no, that's unfortunate for the Roosters, because I think that's going to be Sharks' ball, unless this challenge works out.
Like, come on. Like,
The ball is knocked forward. The ball is knocked forward by the Roosters.
Oh, and you hear it. They lost
you,
the captain's
AI
challenge
bunker. That's literally your guy dropping it into our guy, but you know what?
Yeah,
I don't advocate for, I think they call them cloud punches these days, but if one was to occur there, I would be too against it.
Matthew Harris steps in, but yeah, it's
been hard watching.
I'm not quite sure how passing it into a player makes the knock on from the player you passed it into.
I think, what's the word I'm looking for here? Resilience is what the Roosters need to display here. Yeah, it's been a bad month for the Tricolours. That would be the nicest way I can put it, but I'm confident that we'll bounce back sometime soon.
As the Sharks now with another attacking set, and Jimmy Lopez strands up, but Jimmy Lopez is back down Snicko to score again.
Come on. How many barge overs can we see in one game?
It's Jimmy Lopez with the second try of the game, and
there's 3 players standing there, none of them getting around the legs.
It is a rout at the moment, and the Sharks, they've turned it into a feeding frenzy. Paul Kane out looking to kick the ball. With 25 minutes left, we could have a bit of an avalanche on our hands. It looks like the points are still a thing in the SRL. And this will do wonders for the SRL bet enjoyers. I think it's over 150 points scored in the round for SRL bet 3.
Potentially. Yeah, we're just doing our thing for the league.
Is this like some money laundering scheme? This is like just ensuring that your boys who will put bets down can get some cash outs to upgrade better.
I think, first of all, we need to discuss the distortion that occurs when a player kicks the ball. Like, what's that about?
Well, you might need to consult your physios. I'm not quite sure the medical.
It's an optical illusion.
Shoulders aren't real; they can't hurt you. There's Jimmy Lopez now, the try scorer. He gets up to the
double, second half double for Jimmy Lopez.
He scored. Oh, it might be a hat trick actually.
Did he score in the first half as well?
Yeah, he scored in the first half as well. First ever hat trick from a half. I genuinely don't think that's been done before. Though I have to double check with the stats team. There we go. Jai O'Neill now. Quite vocal in wanting an opportunity to play Jai, so he'll get 40 minutes today. Be a 40-20 attempt. It's Juju Maiava he has the power, not quite the angle.
Bang! On the full Snicko, bro. Does nothing with it.
He drags in 4 tacklers in the end.
Yeah, he beat, I think it was Jimmy Lopez, but apart from that, not a whole lot. Now Shaq Daddy goes for a bit of run. I'm glad to see the Roosters had the ball. I was expecting some sort of, knock on, whatever you want to call it, just to keep the Sharks in the momentum. But, this is what the Roosters need here. They're only 30 points behind. With 22 on the clock, Chris joins now, goes for a bit of a run. And I think that, for the Roosters, for all my players listening and watching here tonight, first of all, good job, because this has been a hard one. I probably would have turned this off if I wasn't commentating. But secondly, we just got to hold strong. I have faith that the luck will turn eventually. It might not be next week. Hopefully it will be soon. As now Matt Harris almost goes downfield, but he's captured a good tackle there by Snicko Bro.
Not too much help there.
Yeah, look. We'll just move past that as Stinger King goes for a bit of a run there. I think that, Yeah, there's a few players in the Roosters team that are probably... What's the opposite of not pulling their weight? They're getting limited by the lack of ball that we're having. Does that make sense?
Not sure what the right term would be, but I get what you mean.
Yeah. I just feel like tonight, especially, we haven't had the chance to shine on account of being atrocious with our ball security.
As well, would be Buckley now who have an opportunity to avoid touch.
Go Roscoe.
How's he been this season? I haven't been able to watch too many games, but he was quite fun to watch in SRL 1.0.
Well, a bit like, how this game has gone. We just don't seem to get the opportunities to bring our attackers into the game sometimes. As Shaq Daddy goes through a huge gap there, John Marva brings him down. That's probably the best run we've had in about 4 weeks from a forward. So nice, Shaq Daddy. Give us the 60 again, ref, you dog. You don't even stand on the right side to play the ball. As now Hugh Mann gets out of half. And he'll be brought down. The referees, This just shows the rot that's happened here tonight. Drew Matthews goes for a bit of a dummy. The referee's already ready for the changeover to occur. And it looks like the Roosters here. They got 2 players on the right side of the ruck. That's not good. But Dolan gets a pretty good kick up anyway. Can we get a bat back? Can you just give me something, please? No. Senor takes it and he's stripped 1-on-1 by Dolan. The Roosters are back. Here we go. A full set on the line. Please score a try. I'm begging. Yes, right. Jimbo Bread fresh on the field. Give me a barge over.
Oh.
There we go. Finally some parity. Funny what happens when we touch the ball for more than 3 tackles in a row.
As it's John Boy Marva being overpowered there. It's a forward on the back, so it's not too surprising. That's quite a good try there from Jimbo in the second half, Sticker.
Correct, yeah. He's been playing in the centres and in the second row for most of this season, but this time we gave Connor Post the run. Will that happen next week? Unsure. The results are not flattering.
But look, it'll be good to cut down the PD at least, avoid the spoon conversations, although I think you guys are well clear.
Oh, I don't know.
A floundering Tigers side? I think the Tigers...
Cowboys, I believe.
The Tigers' points differential will probably be what is the anchor that sinks them into the... Is Sicko makes tough work of that conversion. But it might be the anchor.
Too big for the screen to properly render. Is that what's happening?
Potentially. Now, with most teams, I think receiving a kickoff is quite beneficial, but with the ball security we've seen from the Roosters...
Well, off our only other try this game, we did turn it over, resulting in a try. That's what started the run, actually, in the first half. Anyway, but a great strip by Justin Dolan. I think that, we'll go on to that rep selection there. I think he'd be pretty hard done by to not get a gig. In terms of New South Wales halves, him, Coleman, is Godwin New South Wales from the Raiders? He goes all right.
I don't know. As Roosters are going on attacks yet, and I'm having some technical difficulties at the moment.
That's okay. There's not much going on in this game anymore. As now Schrodinger's brought down, and Drew Matthews, he's gone for a bit of a workmanship quality in this second half. A lot of meters. Quality not great, but good to see him getting involved. As now Luke Brev goes for a bit of a run. He gets a nice offload away back in field to Dolan. Give me a dummy. Nah, he just takes it up instead. But the Roosters, they're cooking after points. It's taken them 64 minutes while we fire. Scrap that. What was I saying? Luke Brev takes it up. And of course, you don't finish your set. Stay tuned, fans. If you stay for another 10 minutes, you might witness your first crash out on screen. As now John Boy's left the box to go down and celebrate with his simulated counterpart. And he's tackled there. And it would just be the luck of this game for us to somehow concede a try that you've never seen before in the SRL, but we'll have to wait and see. Whittaker now. He's brought down. They go left. Mayava out to Riley Senor. He's been very good on that wing, but Dolan gets the crossing cover. Unable to take him over the sideline, but still doing pretty well. Senor now goes right to Mayava again. Sinclair, he wants another one to go for his first half meat pie. He's brought down, and the way this game goes, the Sharks very well might score here off the Roosters there. And Mayava, he's going to back towards the line. They're going to need a good kick here. Lopez runs around to the left-hand side. That's how they go. 2 pass perhaps. Yep. Mayava puts up the bomb. It's pretty well placed. Looks like it's Brev underneath it, and Brev takes it well there. And beats one. Goes for a bit of a run here, Brev. As we see Schrodinger leave the field, and I think that'll be Shaq Daddy coming back on for this Roosters team. Buckley now goes for a bit of a run. And so the Roosters are trying to bring some pride back into this game, but I think that one has left the conversation a little while ago. Defense was meek for the better part of 50 minutes, and the Sharks took full advantage. Now Hogan back on the field in his rightful role as a prop. goes out to Pepe Lopez. So a bit of a Lopez matchup on this left wing. Is now Drew Matthews. Jesus, man. Drew Matthews does that, and so that's twice now. We haven't completed our sets. Whitaker now goes over one, takes the advantage. Sorry, I had a bit of a stuttering screen there, but probably best I didn't see what happened. Unfortunately, Matthews just shanked that one to high heavens, and a bit of a repeat of the first half. Hopefully not, where they ran in a lot of unanswered points off the back of 2 errors in a row now from the Roosters. Stinger King. And did I hear John Boy back in the box?
I briefly recovered from my screen tearing issues. Had a portly Sharks fan get in my way, but I'm back here and I can see the screen. And the Sharks are looming. Looks like a grubber kick opportunity coming on the right side. And it is what's there. John Boy's lurking. He doesn't quite get to the ball, but he will drag him down for a repeat set. And I missed that last 10 minutes, Nico. But it didn't. The scoreline suggests I didn't miss much.
We had 4 good tackles and then didn't kick twice. One was a shank, one was a ran into the back of our own player off the pass, and no one ended up kicking it. So, yeah, unfortunately for us, not great. One thing I would love to see from the Roosters halves is some sort of grubber.
Yeah, well, the grubbers are deadly. We've seen the grubbers
70 minutes. Well, more importantly, it's been about 4 weeks. We saw one last week for a try, but not something we have in our game at the moment. Is that an artifact of us just not getting down the other end? I'm not sure. But what I would like to see is an improvement in that aspect.
As for Vulingawa now, the Sharks are there once again. I think John Boy's looking for a backdoor play, but okay, he wants all the glory. He'll show and go, and he will push.
Oh, here we go.
We're going to say that'd be it. Okay to score. You wouldn't hear the end of that.
Yeah, there's not even Sim in this game, and he's still playing well.
We wish the okay, the Football Commission, the best of luck in the simulator retirement so far. Playing for the Sharks, that is. There's at the moment no danger of going into August for him, but who knows? We could see something happen as Juju puts it on a plate. Unfortunately, he's gobbled up by the wrong player, Luke Breve now. Luca Breve.
Luke Breve, no, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say Luke Breve's been probably our best back this game. He's been very solid in that centre role. Had a few line breaks when he's had the opportunity. Hasn't messed up as noticeably as a lot of the other players have on this Roosters team. Is now Shaq Daddy. Just gets hit. And that is not something you see every day. And that could even be a back doing that. As now we look at a 2040. Justin Dolan, he might have nailed this one. No, my Arva gets there. Just like that. What is the Sharks half? Does it exist? Will we ever see the ball go there? Unsure.
As we get up to Whitaker and the Sharks, they've really just thrown in the towel, I think, in attack. We've not offered much since we scored the try, but we probably haven't had to do much as I slice through to the 6-metre line. And it's also been relatively quiet for me. I haven't had too much to do. I think that's probably been the story of my season, though. As Whitaker goes close. Gets a Juju. He wants 2. He's hunting for 2 Juju Maiava, but he won't quite get it. He's orang by 2 Roosters. And it's a nice grubber. It's a nice grubber that 2 Roosters struggle to defuse, but they do defuse nonetheless, Nico.
Yeah, I'm actually shocked that one didn't result in a try, as now Sicko Bro beats one. Customary this game. I'll tell you what, good player. Not really doing much with his talent. Sicko Bro, as now Brev gets it, goes for a bit of a run. And yeah, I think Werman has just carved up that edge. I haven't been able to see any of the second rows for the Roosters sort of answer him. Perhaps in future weeks they'll be able to get a bit of a move on. Probably our best set in quite a while. Could ruin it right here. Matthews goes downtown. Not the worst kick, but definitely not the best kick. Sharks starting the set just about on their own 40-metre line there. And with the way this one goes, I expect to see a 6 again or a high tackle shortly.
It's just been that sort of night for the poor Roosters. As the Sharks go through their hands, go to Matthew Harris.
Good tackle.
And the backs, it's really been a story of the middles for the Sharks, which has been contrary to our season. The middle of the pack, our pack has struggled mightily. And they've saved their best performance for today, it would seem. And outside backs not having to do too much try scoring. It's just been the spine and the props showing us how to get it done. There's another nicely worked play to Matthew Harris. He steps to. He's up to the 30 though. It'll be forced to punt it. We'll come down to Vulingawa. Sweet Jesus, Gregor.
I'm not actually sure. Would you say your props been...
What are we challenging?
I will just let this one go, discuss through it. Would we say that your props and forwards have been dominant. I just feel like we just drop the ball over and over and over. It's not like you guys are carving us with line breaks. Like I think Shaq Daddy's had the only clean line break. Successful.
No. It's a 6 again?
No, you just get a
Oh,
repeat.
no.
Mutual fruition. Come on, man. Like, now Ross will go out. Lovely.
Oh, no.
Like, come on. Challenge that one, you dog.
This actually might be the unluckiest sim for any one team.
Find me a team that has this happen to them. Seriously. Should have been our ball on the 40. Instead, it'll be your ball on our 30.
It's Roscoe being dragged out again too. Just poor.
You've gained 15 meters and a new start to the set with that challenge.
Oh, so there is no justice in the world.
Should we discuss Kaya Fowl picking up the ball when our dummy half didn't touch it? Like, that's the kind of thing that happens tonight. Whitaker is going to play the ball in the in goal. Shaq Daddy's just running around and doing circles.
There's Will Ngawa now. He's up over the middle, and he's.
How did he not fall over the line there?
You can drop down there, Gregor. Jesus. And we're not be doing Will K in the not unfamiliar site. Shows and goes from dummy. Pass the ball, you selfish git. Oh, this is going to do my head in. No, it's not, because Juju Maiava is going to step through.
You shouldn't even have the ball. The ball should be in the Roosters' hands right now. Instead, we get an accidental offside overturned into our player running out into a try. Like, abort this game. Seriously.
It's...
Ross Simons, get in my DMs, brother. I have some words for you.
It's hard to label to say how hard it's been to watch for a Roosters fan, but if a series of events could encapsulate a game, it has been the last set. A challenge that shouldn't have been successful, a forced error, and then a try from dummy. I mean, Snicko, you can't really say much after.
I think I might actually stop lamenting, the plights of Roosters and just say, you know what, sometimes you verse a better team and sometimes you get beaten. Fortunately, tonight, I'm not sure if that was the case. We've just been atrocious ourselves. And maybe things will turn in the future weeks. Maybe we get a referee that isn't a corrupt, respect the referees, whatever. Maybe we'll get, a game that doesn't force us into multiple errors. Finally, a changeover.
And I think the Sharks, it may genuinely be the Sharks' first proper era of the game that's been recorded.
You know what's funny? Our red line attack has actually not been too bad. We've been down here twice for 2 tries. We just literally have not got down here all game because we drop it over and over. With a minute left here, they could restore a little bit of respectability with another try. Goes to Matthews. He goes out to Dolan. 2 Snicko, bro. Beats 1. Give me a barge over, you dog.
He might score here. He
Snicko,
will score
bro.
there.
I tell you what, he is too good. You cannot keep this man out of the game. No try, Rio. You would say that, referee. Sticko, bro. Perry's under. A few players watching here. Bit of a charity case, that try.
There hasn't been much in the way of gang tackling on the line, has there? It really has just been one out barge overs.
Yeah, we can't get there to score them. It's been a strange old game, this one. What's that? 60 points in it. That's 1/3 of the 150 needed for the Mac bet. Speaking of Max, I need a Mac truck to run me over to forget this one.
And the SRL bettors will be very happy, though we will have to be seeing how the rest of the games pan out. Well, Snicko converting his own try. He's had quite the day with the boot, with point scoring wise to Snicko. Unfortunately, it hasn't been as prolific as he would have wanted. Will K now with the final kickoff, and this will just about do us once he's done with his whole routine.
I tell you what, I'm not too displeased with my Snicko Bros game individually. His performance as captain, now that has been atrocious.
There's only so much you can do about challenges that probably shouldn't be given. As Matthews now, he's not stripped, and that will do us for this game. It is the Sharks running out 42-18 victors over the Roosters, who unfortunately slumped to full straight defeats. We'll come to the stats soon. And as a scoreline suggests, it's actually a double for both boys. So Jimmy Lopez with the second half double, as you said. Unfortunately, I got that wrong. It was Juju Maiava who scored before the first half ended. and both the halves with doubles, Lockie Sinclair, Fa'apale, and Bobby Weirman, all adding to their try-scoring tallies. Will Kay slotting every single one of his conversions, and knowing Will, he will no doubt mention that in the sheds, but we'll now turn to the individual statistics. Or to the team stats, sorry, and
lovely percentages.
Why don't you quickly
61%, 39% possession. That's a tale of the night. 6 errors to 3. We made 80 more tackles. Is that a record? Perhaps. I'm not sure. That's enough. Said that one. Sharks dominant. The Roosters not so good. Look at some player stats, but they're bugged at the moment anyway, so will these be truthful? I'm not sure.
They look relatively accurate.
Yeah, perhaps. Meters run. Yeah, 130 odd for Drew Matthews. He had a few runs. Nico Bro, 135. Perhaps. Can't see that bottom player. Or am I zoomed in? Oh, I'm zoomed in slightly. Apologies. Pepe Lopez, 108. I think he had about 70 at halftime, so you could just see he couldn't get the ball in. Craven Gooch, 10 missed tackles. Is that a record, do we think?
It is. It'll be close to it. I think I've got the record for missed tackles, and it might sit at 12, but we'll have to double check that.
Yeah, look, a tough night for the Roosters. The stats are exactly as you would expect, and I think that we'll just put this one, in the back pocket and forget about it. Move on to next week.
And for the Sharks, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 10 players over 100 run meters. Yeah, 10. Jesus, I don't think we've had run meter stats like that. Can we go up a little bit stats, man?
Well, I suppose when you have 80 more tackles in the opposition...
It is 11 players over 100 run meters, and that is just about what you'd expect, I think, from this game. John Boy leads at 208 run meters, and 4 line breaks. It's just it's a quiet 208, if I'm being completely honest. Not too much going. Try assists are pretty evenly spread out, but tackles made, 27 from Nat Macquarie has to be up there. She's 11 short of the record, but it's a good effort. 12 from Juju. He missed 3. 4 missed from Matthew Harris, who missed more tackles than he made, unfortunately. But
what a scrub!
It's the hazard you run. And Juju Maiava doesn't repeat his 200 run meter, 200 kick meter game from last week, but he comes damn close. 2 tries, a try assist, 258 kick meters, 147 run meters. The debut spine player. Well, he looks like he's going to be something dangerous for the Sharks moving forward.
Yeah, I think contextually you had twice the possession that we had. Is that right? 66-33, slightly under twice. So it makes sense that you have about twice the run meters. What I'm impressed with is more so the lack of big number missed tackles from the Sharks. I know that the Roosters were quite fatigued for the majority of that game due to the fact that they couldn't hold the ball if it was sticky tape to both their hands. But at the same time, the Sharks didn't make the same errors, which in the scheme of things was probably the biggest difference between the teams, perhaps. I'm not sure. Hard to judge that game when you consider how some of those tries came about with the captain's challenge and whatnot, and our players misunderstanding that you have to stay inside the touchlines instead of outside of it. You know what? We'll move on to next week. Are we up to the rep break yet?
We are very close. We are about one, because we're 14-15 when we break, so we've got, I think, one more week of action after this before we break for the rep round. But speaking of breaks, I think that'll be all we have time for today. I've been John Boy, been joined by my good friend Snicker. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and we'll see you sometime soon. Toodles.
Simulated euthanasia, legal or not?